In November of last year, Echo Radio ceased broadcasting via access radio stations in New Zealand, this due to funding cuts. However, our website is still very much alive, and at this moment you are listening to and viewing radio with pictures, television via the World Wide Web. We also started producing video material more than 10 years ago on our website. An example is this. Radio with pictures is nothing new for Echo Radio. It was Joka who in 2002 presented a monthly program called Webstekkies, or websites in English, and could be seen on our website. Let's have a quick look.
En nu voor de dames. Waarschijnlijk zijn de meesten onder u al eens eerder op bezoek geweest, maar voor degenen die dit genot nog niet kennen, ga eens voor de gezelligheid naar www.vrouwonline.nl. En dat was het weer. Tot de volgende keer.
Joka Sadas informing our viewers about the World Wide Web. And that brings us to this first webcast. The visit of the youth choir de Nachtegalen from Brabant. The Netherlands Society Christchurch is looking for young blood, and an atlas for the Turnbull Library in Wellington. A youth choir from Brabant, the Netherlands, Oosterhout to be precise, visited New Zealand last December. On arrival at Christchurch International Airport, they spontaneously burst out in song and performed the New Zealand national anthem in the Maori language. I asked the musical director Wim Schoners about the choir's musical repertoire.
Dat is heel breed. Dat gaat van commercial en popsong tot aan de Matthäuspassie, zeg maar, en alles wat ertussen zit. Dus klassiek, jazz, popachtig, musical nummers, zowel kerkelijke muziek als wereldlijke muziek. Het is echt heel breed. En heel aardig is, en dat is ook best uniek voor ons koor, wij brengen ook uit alle landen waar we op tournee gaan muziek mee. Dus we hebben ook heel veel originele muziek die dan uit de betreffende tourneelanden komt. Want we reizen dus de hele wereld af. Ja. Dus buiten Nieuw-Zeeland hebben we ook Zuid-Afrika al gehad. Rusland, Siberië hebben we al gehad. Albanië, Ierland. Europa hebben we bijna helemaal wel gehad, geloof ik. Iran zijn we alles geweest. En we proberen iedere keer als we in een land bezoeken om daar ook weer muziek van mee te brengen.
But the fishes talk and the wonder, yes it's true. Well, how it started, I don't know. But here's a little fishy talk, here we go!
After the performance in Christchurch, the choir went to 16 other locations in the South Island, one of them being Waiau, a small village near Hanmer Springs, North Canterbury, for a performance in the village library. Organizer Claudine tells us how she got 200 people together for the performance of the choir.
Ja, we wisten pas sinds een maand dat ze hierheen zouden komen. Dus ik heb gelijk de trein in gang gezet. Vrienden hier in de buurt gevraagd om kaartjes te verkopen. En de krant, Facebook, website.
And as you can see, it was full house on this hot summer night. A new experience for the choir, Christmas in the middle of the summer. And from Waiau back to Christchurch with a concert at the Netherlands Society Clubhouse. For me a chance to speak with some of the choir members and ask them about their New Zealand experience.
Als vooral een heel gastvrij land. Heel gastvrij. We zijn bijvoorbeeld een paar dagen geleden waren we in Timaru en daar hebben we opgetreden en er was een gezin die had ons al eerder gezien, die was speciaal voor ons teruggekomen en die hebben ons daar ter plekke spontaan uitgenodigd voor een barbecue. Dus we zijn met 40 man in de bus gesprongen en naar hun huis gereden. In een uur hadden ze alles klaarstaan. Nou, je kan het zo gek eigenlijk niet bedenken en dus heel gastvrij.
Ja, de gastvrije mensen en heel veel natuur en heel veel ruimte. En het is een heel mooi land, vind ik.
Gedurende jullie verblijf in Nieuw-Zeeland heb je ook de binnenstad van Christchurch gezien na de aardbevingen. Heeft dat een indruk op je gemaakt?
Ja, enorm. Ik zelf hecht heel erg veel waarde aan mijn eigen huis. Dat is toch de plek waar je je thuis voelt, waar je je veilig voelt. En op het moment dat die bodem letterlijk onder je wegvalt, dat is haast niet voor te stellen. Je ziet wat het geworden is en zelfs dat grijpt al heel erg aan. Maar je kan je niet indenken hoe dat dan voor die mensen zelf geweest heeft moeten zijn. Het is verschrikkelijk gewoon.
Ja, ik denk dat ik er heel erg bij ze kan aansluiten. Inderdaad de natuur, de gastvrije mensen. Maar wat me ook heel erg opviel, normaal als wij een tournee hebben, dan gaan er meestal mensen eerst nog naar dat land toe om het allemaal uit te stippelen. Dat is dit jaar niet gebeurd, dus het is allemaal vanuit mensen hier georganiseerd. En het zat echt tot in de puntjes zat het in elkaar. Dus overal waar wij kwamen was alles gewoon voor ons geregeld. Maar ook de mensen waren ook heel enthousiast bij de optredens. Het was een geweldige ervaring om dat zo mee te maken.
En tenslotte nog even een reactie van de algemeen leider, dirigent van het koor De Nachtegalen.
Het is een onvergetelijke reis geweest. Echt geweldig. We hebben zoveel bijzondere, fantastische mensen ontmoet. We hebben zulke geweldige concerten, zulke geweldige reacties op de concerten gehad. We hebben heel veel ontzettend mooie dingen gezien van Nieuw-Zeeland. Kaikoura, we hebben bij de dolfijnen gevaren. We hebben de Mount Cook gezien. We hebben bij Lake Tekapo gezwommen. Het is echt ongelooflijk. Thank you and goodbye.
Online and on air. This is Echo Radio, the Dutch network.
The Dutch Club dates from the 20th of March 1965. A group of approximately 200 Dutch immigrants decided to meet at regular intervals and socialize, and so the Netherlands Society Christchurch was established. Now, nearly 50 years later, the society is still very much alive, but is in need of younger members, and for that reason a special public meeting was called. President of the Society, Annie van der Dussen, explains.
We would like to explain here what the Netherlands Society is, what we are and what we're doing. And we'd like you to come forward with ideas, if you have any, and if you would like to become members, if you're not members yet, that would be really great. And any other ideas are most welcome too. The Netherlands Society here, the property here is owned by the Netherlands Society. we lease out the golf club, the golf course to the Everglades Golf Club, which gives us a really good income. And because of that, we can do basically anything we like to do. The income is big enough to organise whatever event we want to do. We as committee are getting a bit old too to organise all the things that we are. And like, yeah. Well.
As you can hear, a good atmosphere and different ideas were being put forward, but no firm commitment was achieved. A week later I caught up with Annie and asked her had she come to any conclusions about the meeting.
What came out of it was clearly that there is a big difference between those two group of people. The needs, I think, the new immigrants especially are more like completely the modern Dutch way of especially communicating between each other.
We should all be on Facebook.
Yes, and in that respect, the committee is probably all too. We are not on Facebook. It would be good for the Netherlands Society probably to be on Facebook, to be a bit more visible. But we are as a committee. I'm not on Facebook. I am actually on Facebook, but I never do anything apart from looking at it sometimes. I don't really like the idea of being on Facebook and being very visible as a family or as a person.
It's not your way of communicating.
No, definitely not. I do use email, and I do use the internet quite a bit, and the committee does. Most of the committee are on the internet, and we send the minutes around by email, but not all of us. And yeah.
Do you think the younger people present at that meeting last week? Are they willing to come forward and participate in the committee, you think?
I don't know. I have my doubts about that. Some of them did say straight away that they were not willing to come onto a committee, that they were quite willing to help to organise certain events if we had ideas or if we would approach them. And, well, no, my hopes aren't very high in that respect. I did send out quite a few, I think twice as many invitations as we had people there. We had 13 people turning up, so it wasn't too bad, but I was hoping for at least 30 people. And so maybe in the future, if we have another meeting, or we are going to have another meeting, that there's more people turning up. And even if we have 2 or 3 people coming on to the committee with the next AGM, that's fine. That's already a start somewhere.
How do you see the future of the Netherlands Society?
Well, I really hope that there are some younger people, either second generation or first, like new immigrants, who are willing to come onto the committee or are getting involved with the Netherlands Society. And I think because we've got a valuable property there in the Everglades Golf Course and the clubhouse and all that, I sincerely hope that there are enough people interested in becoming involved.
Annie van der Dussen of the Netherlands Society Christchurch. She can be reached via telephone. Her number is 03 383 1594 or email president.nsc@gmail.com. Well, the Netherlands ambassador Arie van der Wiel presented the Turnbow Library in Wellington with an atlas from a man who visited New Zealand in 1642. Had he succeeded to come on land, we probably now would be speaking Dutch. A 12-kilogram atlas containing all of Abel Tasman's maps of his 1642 voyage to New Zealand illustrates the keen interest of Dutch Ambassador His Excellency Arie van der Wiel in the first recorded encounter between Europeans and Maori. Mr. van der Wiel has given the lavish atlas to the Alexander Turnbull Library in Wellington after tracking it down in a private collection in New York. He had been asked to help New Zealand researchers by providing reference material about the fatal encounter in the Golden Bay now 370 years ago. Historians are still divided on why Tasman ships drew such a hostile response after they anchored in what Tasman later called Murderers Bay. The questions were posed at a seminar in Nelson last year, at which a group of Dutch and New Zealand scholars discussed the encounter. His Excellency Arie van der Wiel in the Turnbull Library in Wellington. And a special thank you to Dawn Dorrestein for the photographs. With that, we've come to the end of our first webcast. I hope you have enjoyed the program. Do drop us a line, our email address is on screen now, and tell us what you think of this webcast. Until next time in cyberspace, this is Theo Buckel. Goodbye.